Hello everyone and welcome back to Stilograficamente channel, the channel where the mind turns to beauty. Maybe you are wondering why I'm speaking English right now. I apologize to my Italian follower for the English video, it's the first one. But I think that this pen right now doesn't have the right following by the community, by the fountain pen lovers community. I also apologize to my English or foreign followers because I'm not good to speak English. It's very far from being correct. I will make many errors, many grammar errors or pronunciation errors. Apologize. It's not my aim language, my principal language. So, moving on, I have to say thank you to BuyPay Shop for lending me this pen because I really appreciate it. It's a way to support my channel. I think that this pen needs to be reviewed by taking specific care of it because it's a project in which I believe so much. This pen is the Visconti Eco Logic, and this is the first pen for Visconti which is eco-friendly. We will talk about the parts of the pen. We will do some writing samples. I will give her some votes. I will give it some votes, and we will take conclusions with pros and cons. So, talking about the parts of the pen. Regarding the cap, you see the Visconti logo, which is the My Pen system. You can remove it with a magnet and substitute it with a more personalized solution like gemstone or your sign and other things that are implemented by Visconti. We have the usual clip of the Visconti, which reminds the Ponte Vecchio in Florence. We have the band, the central band of the cap, where it's enabled the ecologic sentence, and on the back, made in Italy, with some sort of vertical pattern enameled on the cap, which enforced the resistance of the final part of the cap. And this is smoothly progressing to the barrel. We don't have a step right here, so it's a nice curve proceeding to the barrel. And the clip is quite stiff, and on the southern part of the barrel we see this stainless steel sphere, which reflects quite well. The sensation to the touch is quite smooth. It reminds me a little bit of rubber, but it's a really nice pleasure. It's made of bioplastic from canopy, I think. I will correct it in post-production. I'm sorry, I don't know the word, probably. And we have a magnetic closure and palladium metal parts, which are all the metal parts of the pen, also the section, which slows down to the feed and nib in a very smooth way, but we have also a good difference here in order to stop your finger and not to go over the nib or the feed without having inks on your finger, which is not so bad. It's a sign of your passion. And we can see here a feeder which is made in plastic. Oh, I'm sorry for the focus. Okay, right here. And we don't see the logo as usual on the feeder, but we will see how it works during the writing sample. So it's not so bad. The nib is stainless steel, and if we want to see better here, you have a logo which is different from the past, the Visconti written here, and the nib gray, with some steps before the nib and the feeder. I don't know if it can be disassembled. I think so. I don't know either if this is a in-house made nib, probably, because it's not a book that we usually see on Visconti. It's different from the past. It's smaller than the usual Rembrandt. I think that I will make also some comparing video with other pens with this, because I think that there are a little differences with the Rembrandt and with the Van Gogh first series. Okay, the cap it's magnetic. We already have seen it with a counter cap in the inner part that I don't know if I can show you, because it's the light is not helping me. I'm sorry for this, but I can assure you there is a counter cap that it impedes the nib to dry off, and so you will have the nib always in good shape to write. Then you can turn here, and we find the converter included in the confection, in the packet of the pen, and it's a standard converter, so nothing particularly fancy other than the logo of Visconti written right here. Okay, so let's see how this pen writes. Right here we have the usual notebook Rhodia, 80 grams paper, and as you can see, sorry for the focus, I have little problems of focus today. As you can see, we have quite a good flow, even if it's not the wettest nib I have seen. I can say it's quite dry, but the flow is continuous, and sometimes we have some skips, but it's not so bad. So I think it's a good nib, and quite wet today. Okay, here is the reality of the nib. It's not like this, it's not like this. I don't know why during this, maybe there was some emotion from the pen, I don't know, but usually it's quite dry, the flow. So it's a dream for us left-handed people, because you can write, you can go over the straight line of your writes without worrying about the ink over your hand, over this part of the hand. So let's get some votes to the pen. As usual, I will write, and we will talk about, we will comment after. Okay, regarding the flow, we have seen it's quite dry, but it's continuous, so I think it's 9 over 10. The feedback is quite good, even if it's maybe a slightly too much for a nib, but it gives you much control over your writing. So if you like to go in some sort of evolutions in your writing, so you can enjoy this. The grip is very good. I think it's the maximum what I can give it. Materials are also much good because they keep having attention to the eco-friendly part of this project. Quality versus price, to me it's 9 to 10 because we have not so much flow as far as I like usually, but it's good. The quality is good. The price, it's quite high. We are talking of 160 euro in the market proposed by Visconti. Usually you can find it at this price. Something less, something more, it depends from the vendor. The balance of this pen is very good. I think I can write for hours with this pen without having troubles to my hand, to my arms. So it's a good pen. I think it's a really good pen, and I appreciate also the sensation at the touch. Please go and try it to your city shop if it has it, because I think it needs to be tried by you people if you like the line of the pen. I know it's quite similar to a Rembrandt, but it's not real the same. Also in the touch feelings that it gives you. So I think it's the difference here is having attention to nature, having the same concept of another pen means that they didn't spend a lot of time in the planning, in the designing, and so we have also lesser CO2 emitted for the production of this pen. So I think it's a real taking care from Visconti. Thank you, Visconti, for taking care of the planet. I also have to say regarding the pro and cons of this pen. You have the magnetic closure. The nib is quite good, I think. It's rigid, so if you like more bouncing nibs or flexi nibs, you probably will not appreciate this nib. On the other hand, if you enjoy drier nibs, or if you have wetter inks, you can use that kind of inks with this pen. Probably if you prefer wider lines, you will choose a broad nib with other than the F of this case, from medium to upper level of the line. But I think that the overall is a very good pen. And regarding the cons, I was forgetting, sorry. You have to take care of the material. The pen does post, but I would not recommend. I don't have the sensation that you would post this pen. I think that you also don't need it, because it's quite good in my hand. I have quite big hand, so I think it's nice. You can do, and you can write without posting it also, because otherwise you would have a balancing on the back part of the pen that insists on the back part of the pen. Without the cap, which has it's not so bad, even posted. Not so much heavier on the back part, I think. You can post it, of course, but I would not recommend due to the material of the pen. Something is broken, but it's okay, the show must go on. And regarding the smell, probably someone of you will worry about the smell of this kind of natural materials. We are not We are not talking of a noodler's pen, which usually smells a lot, and you have to to close that pen in the most secure part of your house if you worry about the smell. This is not the case. It reminds me slightly, really slightly, the ebonite smell, but it not smell so much. I have also made an unboxing video in the past. I will link it to you right here. And for now, it's all, I think, regarding this pen. Thank you for following me until now. I have to apologize for my English. I didn't prepare the speech right now. Also in Italian, it's spontaneous. And thank you very much to BuyPay Shop for lending me this pen. And thank you all. I would invite you to subscribe my channel in order to support it, and also to not lose the following videos that will come with regarding this pen and other pens, other marvelous pens that there are in plan. Thank you all, and see you soon. Bye bye. Stilograficamente parlando, of course. Stilograficamente talking. Bye bye.